Alrighty, it's 4:05, so we're going to jump right in. Thank you all for joining our Intro to Multimedia instruction with WeVideo. This is going to be an introduction to our platform and how to use this. I see we have a couple of different modalities, subject areas joining us, which is great. This is going to be a tool that you can use across lots of different types of instruction. So I'm super excited to kind of guide you through that today. My name is Taylor Ripley, and I am an education specialist with an instructional design background on the WeVideo customer success team, with a passion for helping teachers and students discover their creative spark. I'm an alumni of the Teach for America program. I also worked in the school setting for 6 years as a teacher, instructional coach, team lead, and then I have most recently obtained my instructional design certificate. So I definitely have that background knowledge of working in a school and how this tool can definitely benefit your current instruction. For today's workshop, we have 4 main goals. We will start by discussing the benefits of multimedia projects. Then we will dive into the video editor and learn the basics of editing and publishing a video. After that, we'll take a look at the assignment library and other classroom features that we have available to you. And then finally, we'll have some time to begin working on your multimedia project. Feel free to ask questions at any time by typing in the chat, but we'll also save some time at the end. So we're going to start by talking about the benefits of student creativity and multimedia projects in the classroom. Whether you're teaching language arts, history, science, world languages, or virtually any other content area, multimedia projects are a great way to increase engagement and enhance learning outcomes across content areas. Students will build academic vocabulary and content knowledge as they create a media to demonstrate their learning. We have 3 project examples aligned here from the Common Core state standards for literacy, STEM, and social studies classes. I am going to show you one of these examples, and I think we should start with this ELA Where I'm From project.
Where I'm from. I am from picture frames, from phones and tablets. I am from the never dirty for long house, brown eyes and brown hair. I am from the lilac, the weeping willow tree whose long gone limbs I remember as if they were my own. I am from family gatherings at Thanksgiving. I am from love and hugs, from Sean and Pam. I am from sports and care and gardens. I am from Go Big or Go Home. From Taylor Swift, Meghan Trainor, and Ariana Grande. I am from a living room full of friends and family on Christmas. From Colorado and Kansas. I am from fried green tomatoes and calamari. From my dad shooting a nail through his wrist with a nail gun. My sister having blonde hair and blue eyes, while the rest of us have brown hair with brown eyes. From quotes being on my bulletin board, I am from Leaders by Kate Rizzo.
All right, so that's just one example of how videos can be incorporated into instruction. This is from our assignment ideas library of the Where I'm From project, which we'll kind of dive deeper into later today about the capabilities you do have with that feature. But this was created by a student, and we have a lot of different student examples available to you as well. From seeing this initial video, what benefits do you see from incorporating media projects into the classroom? You feel free to share out or put it in the chat as well. Thanks for sharing, Diane. That's a great one. Yeah, this is a heavily used tool for any world language. And I think that you'll find that this tool makes it very easy for students to do those performance tasks and show their mastery in that. Media projects can promote empathy, creativity, and student voice and choice. Any writing assignment can easily be turned into a media project. Media projects strengthen traditional literacy and media literacy across content areas as students learn how to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and act using all forms of communication. Video projects provide multiple modes of expression as students use visuals, voice recording, and text to demonstrate their learning. Video projects align with best practices in education, such as project-based learning. They promote 21st century skills like critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication, and higher order thinking skills. So now that we have discussed the benefits of multimedia, it's time to learn how to create a video using WeVideo. Before we dive into the editor, let's briefly discuss why you would want to use WeVideo. WeVideo is an online video editing platform that works with any device. It is designed to be intuitive and easy for teachers and students to learn. It supports real-time collaboration, which means students can work together to edit a video or podcast from separate devices. It includes a stock media library with over 1 million royalty-free images, video clips, and audio clips. It includes powerful editing features like green screen. It also includes screencasting tools for instructional videos. You can export projects as videos, podcasts, and GIFs. WeVideo also includes classroom tools that make it easy to implement student media projects, which we'll cover at the end of the workshop today. So for this workshop, you're going to create a short video responding to one of the prompts listed here, or I can also show you the prompt that I'm going to utilize today. But these are 3 options from our assignment ideas library. So the Me in 3, Share Your Summer, and then Author Study Biography of a Writer. The 4th one I'm going to show you today is the Where I'm From assignment idea. And the Where I'm From, oh, excuse me, I meant to pick the All About Me. Give me 1 second. And so right here, you can see that under the assignment ideas, you have quite a few different ideas that are available to you, which we'll dive deep into later on in our session. Here it is. And we're going to go through the All About Me assignment idea today. This one shows, it has a sample video that you can show students. You can create, it'll have some different directions and those options here. It'll show what grades it's great for, the objectives, any ISTE standards that it aligns to, and then any tips that would be good for the instructor to know as well. So the assignment I'm going to do is create a 1 to 2 minute video to introduce yourself. Use the webcam to record yourself or upload media from your phone. Use the voice recorder to narrate your story. Add music to show your personality. Consider sharing content related to your identity, interests and hobbies, family and friends, favorite books, movies, music, and favorite subjects. So that's one example of a video that you could create today. So we're going to go through this video editing checklist. We're going to do a few at a time, and then I'm going to pause and give you some time to work through those skills. So the first thing we're going to want to do is open up our WeVideo designer account. So once you log in, you're going to see this next gen page. If you don't see this next gen page, you're going to want to come up to this left-hand corner and press this down arrow and press next gen here. Once you're here, you're going to see a variety of options on this left-hand sidebar. We're going to navigate first to this projects tab. Once you have made it to your projects tab, you're going to press this blue button that says create project. And then when you do this, you'll see that you have the ability to retitle your project here in that top left-hand corner. And once you have opened that up, I've retitled mine to All About Me. You'll see that you have 3 sections to the video editor. So you'll have the bottom third is where your tracks are going to live. So you'll have text track, video track, and audio track. Text and video tracks both can house images and videos. Text, videos, and images. So text and video virtually are the same. It's just what they're named is different. So you can put text and video and images all on those tracks. Audio will only be for audio. So these tracks are really helpful throughout our video editing process. You can also add tracks by clicking here. And you'll see when I hit that drop down, I can add a video or an audio if I need more tracks as well. You can always click these 3 dots here to delete the track, rename it, or move it up and down on the scale here. The next part of our designer that you'll want to know about is this is our media part, this left-hand upper corner. So this is where you'll be able to look at the media that is being used in your video. You can upload your own media. You can search stock images here and stock videos and audio. You also can search text samples that you can add in, transitions, any extras you might want, and then backgrounds as well. And we'll go more in depth with those throughout the editing process. And then this right-hand upper corner is going to be your preview section. So this is where you're going to be able to preview your content that you are creating in the video tracks. So the first step that we're going to want to do is you are going to want to add media into, into your tracks. So the way you're going to do that is when we come into that editor, we're going to go over to this left-hand side. You're going to go through and say you want to add a new video. So I am, I am currently in Charleston, South Carolina. So I might want to put a video from Charleston in here. So what I will do is when I find the video I would like to use, I'm going to grab that video and I can just drag it straight down in. And I can put it on that text line or that video line. You can do the same thing with images. So if you want to put something else about yourself, maybe you want to put your favorite food, you want to put an image that is important to you for the All About Me, you can search that image here, and the same thing, you can drag that down in. You'll do the same thing for audio as well. And then when I pull that audio down, I'm going to pull that audio. The only difference will be is I put that on that audio track. So I'm going to give everybody maybe 5 minutes to pull in the videos, clips they'd like to use, the images and audio, and then we'll bring it back together and go through the next steps. Feel free if you have any questions while you're doing this to come off mute, and I'm happy to assist in any way I can. One other thing that I failed to mention is that you also can always come to this project bin here, and this will show you any videos, images, and audio that you have pulled into that video so far. So that's your project bin space. Alrighty, hopefully you had some time to add some media to your timeline. The next thing that we are going to go through is how to edit your media. So you brought in some videos, some images, and some audio, hopefully. So now we're going to talk about splitting, trimming, and rearranging those clips as you need to. So when you're in the designer, if you only want to use a portion of the video that you've selected, so let's, for instance, use this clip. And maybe I just want to use this first portion of that video. I'm going to want my playhead to be right here, which is this blue line with the little dot at the top. I want to arrange that where I want to split the clip in half. And then I want to make sure that the clip is highlighted. So you'll see that this purple box signifies that that is the clip that I highlighted to use. And so once I have that there, I can press this split tool here on my editing tools right here. And when I do that, it selects, and now is separated into two clips. And if I want to delete the second half, I will just click this clip. And I can press the delete button here, or I can press the delete button on my keyboard. And then once I do that, I'm able to rearrange other portions of my video to fill in that space. So if I wanted to drag this over, I could, or insert new media, I can do that as well. Something else that is really helpful is that you can also drag up to that text track if you need to. So if you need to rearrange, you don't always have to delete it. You can always pull it up and move over what you need to move over at the time. The next thing that we're going to add in is a text item. So when we come on that left-hand side where we grabbed that stock media earlier, we can press the text button here. I'm going to select a title to put into my video. So you'll see that I have this heading up here that says titles, and then I can press see all. We just added a bunch of new text in here. So we have a lot of fun ones that you can play with or that your students will be able to play with when they go in to create videos. So you do the same thing you did with videos and images. You're just going to grab that and pull it where you want it. If you ever don't want to pull something into your video, you can always pull it down and then delete it, and it will stay in that project bin if you want it for later. And then once I select that text, I can leave it overlaid over the video, or I can drag my content over if I want it just to be that image instead of having it with that other video in the background. But when I want to go in to edit this text, I'm just going to double click that clip. And then you'll see that I'm able to adjust what it says. I can adjust the font size, the position by using these numbers here, or I can drag on my screen as well. And then you'll see as you edit, you can see the preview in over that video. And then once you have decided what font you want, the style, the different text as well, you can then press this done button in the right-hand corner. And something that's really great about text is you can overlay multiple text items. So that's where this adding multiple tracks can come in. So I want to add in another text item that's going to tell the viewer who this is all about. So I'm going to press the add track, and then I'm going to press video or text. Then I'm going to go in and add a different text item. So maybe I'll pull this one in, and then you'll see that this text item is showing up on the screen as well. I'll double click into there and edit it for how I like that text to look. Alrighty, so I'm going to give you all a couple minutes to add in some text, split one of your images or your videos, and rearrange your clips. So go ahead and do those 3 things, and then we'll bring it back together.
I'm having trouble with getting the text to go like on top of a picture.
Okay, so when you look at your tracks,
Mhm.
you'll see that, there we go. When you scroll up, you'll see that both of my text tracks are on top of that video track. Is that how yours currently is?
No. Okay. Thank you. I see it
No,
now.
no, that's a valid question. I definitely didn't say that or specify that.
There we go. Okay.
Got it all figured out?
Yes, I think so.
Awesome. Something else that you can do with text, if you ever want to go a step further, is you can always use this animation tool. So when you click in here, you can come down to animation. This is where you can select the starting position and the ending position of the text. So say I wanted this all about me to start right here. I can adjust that so it comes in, and then I can make it so the ending position, when I click this button here, I can make it end in that middle. So that is always an option for any text feature that you want to add in as well.
Oh, interesting.
And when I preview this now, you can see it starts there and it kind of moves up.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay.
All right. The next feature I'm going to highlight is the feature that you can actually narrate your own voice, or you can have a student narrate their video. So this will look like when you click this project bin button in the left-hand corner, you're going to see a video, or you're going to see a couple different videos. Different buttons. You'll have your import button. This is where you can actually bring in your own media. So you could browse to select the media you'd want to bring in and upload that from your computer. You also can upload from Google Drive, Box, and OneDrive. You can also record your own screen or yourself by clicking the record button. So you'll see you have webcam, screen, and then screen and webcam. We also offer a extension on Chrome where you can record from not even being in the WeVideo platform. So you can download that on your browser so that anytime you want to screen record, you have that option. And then the last one is going to be this narrate button. This is where you can narrate your voice, and you'll see the options for your audio source here. So I'll show you how you can do this. One thing I like to do is have my playhead set up where I want to start recording. And then I'm going to press that start button, and I can press record. All About Me by Taylor Ripley. Then you can preview it or record again if you'd like to, and then you can just press save. And you'll see that it starts a new track for voiceover here. So I'll let everybody take a second and voice record something and add it to their timeline. All right, now that you've added in some narration, we're gonna look at how to add transitions. So transitions are gonna be a way that you can seamlessly go from clip to clip in your video. And we have quite a few transitions that are available to you. So like the other aspects in our stock library, you're gonna just come down to this transitions tab and you'll see the different options that you have. Something I like to do with transitions is I like to start off maybe something fun for a project like this, maybe like this parasol here. So you can drag it in and put it at the start of wherever you would like this to go. So if I want it to come at the beginning, I can put it here and you can attach it to the front or the end of any clip. And so then we can preview this. All About Me by Taylor Ripley. And you can see it just has a good little transition into the video content. And then you can adjust the transition a step further. You can double click here on that dot and you can make it longer or shorter if you'd like to. You can also add transitions to the entirety of the video. So if you've added in some in, you can select all if you'd like to adjust the time frame for all of those. And then if you were to decide that maybe this wasn't the transition for you, you can always click this down arrow and select a different transition from here as well. Another way that you can add transitions is when you come to the end of a clip, you'll see this little plus sign here. You can click this and it will automatically add a transition in that crossfade. So we can preview what that looks like. Ripley. And then if that's not the one I want, I can always adjust or I can keep that crossfade there. You also have the option to come back to this transitions library and pull whatever transition you'd like in and put it at the spot you'd like it. So sometimes I like to do the dip to black at the end. Just a good way to end out the video. But I'll let you all play around with the transitions for a minute, adding some to the front, the back, in between clips. So go ahead and play around with that. Alrighty, so now that you have added in some transitions to make that those video clips run smoothly together, you can now look at the audio portion. You can add a lot of emotion and different vibes from the audio in your video. So we do have that audio clip that we added previously. You can adjust the volume that you hear here on the left-hand side. And then I also have that narration that I did. So something that I like to do is you can always clip and split like we did earlier with that audio. So I don't want this to be longer than my video content. So I can bring that playhead here and split that audio and then delete the extra that I don't need. And then I also can look at the audio level by selecting the clip and clicking this audio and opacity drop down. And when I do this, I can press the show audio level. I'll then see here that I have this blue line that will show me that the audio is in full force throughout that clip. So one thing that I like to do is if I do add narration in, I don't want the music to be completely off during that narration. No problem, Kimberly. Thanks for joining. When you come in here, you can adjust the volume by pulling up and down. And you can also pick different pinpoints to where you might want to adjust. So saying that my narration's here, I might click here and drag this volume to low so that the music isn't playing loudly while my narration is going. And then I might have it ease back up to that full volume or partially all the way up. You can do the same for your voice as well. So we can preview that here. All About Me by Taylor Ripley. So you can see that you have a lot of different capabilities and options when it comes to the audio and how you adjust it. When people get more advanced with this, they can add in multiple clips, maybe so that you can have rain sounds while there's audio, while there's music. There's a lot of different ways you can, adjust that audio level to make things very seamless and seem very intentional for your video. So I'll give everyone a second to adjust their audio, how they'd like it. All right, and then the last thing, once we have added that audio in, just so you know that you can further customize each clip or image text that you put in, you can always double click on the clip and you'll see there's a variety of advanced features there. And we have some documentation and tutorial videos that can kind of further teach you about these things if you're interested in learning more. So these all do exist for those clips so that you can adjust those how you'd like them as well. And then you also, when adjusting clips, you can always use this little scrub bar here on the right-hand side to zoom in if you need to get super granular with an edit, and zoom out as well so you can see more of a full picture of the video you're creating. Once you have finished your video and you're ready to export, you can select this blue export button. Your changes will automatically save. So if you ever are creating a video and you need to stop and you need to come back into it later, you'll just have to press this close button to revisit that. But when we select the export button, you'll see you have some different options here. You can export as a video, a podcast, which is only audio, and then a GIF is only 45 seconds max, and it's just a looping video. So I want to select that video. You can select the resolution you'd like and any advanced settings you may need to specify. And then you can export this to Google Drive if you need to. You can connect it to YouTube or OneDrive, or you can carry on and just press the export button. And as that video processes, you'll see that you then are able to download it. You can download subtitles as well as share this out in different capacities here as well. So one more thing I wanted to show you before we end today is just the ability to use our WeVideo classroom. And this is something that I will share resources with Chris so he can get this out to you as well. But basically when you are in your next gen space, so where we started, you'll see you have this next gen tab. You'll see that you have the ability to click on classes. This is where you can create classes and add your students to there. So if you wanted to create a new class, you would just click this button, create a class here. You can title it, add section and period, the grade level, add a thumbnail if you'd like. And then once you have that class created, you'll be able to click into the class and you'll see you have assignments tab and people tab. You can invite people to your class by clicking this invite people button. And since you all are at Google School, you can import from Google Classroom, or you can share an invite link or code. And that gives you an option for students and teachers you would like to add to that class. So if they scan the QR, they can you can upload students that way, or you can copy this code and have them enter it when they press to join a class. And then once you have your students and teachers in here, you're then able to assign projects to them. So you'll see you have, some different options for templates that are already created, or you can create your own assignment as well. Something that we have released this school year, which is such a great way to easily implement multimedia projects for your students, is going to be this assignment ideas library. So I touched on this earlier, but when you come into this tab underneath classes, you'll see a variety of different subject areas and options here. So we have high school media, or we have world languages on the call. So we could do, come here, you can see there's a variety of different options. So we might do, for instance, visual arts. you'll see that you can select a assignment idea. So let's go with narrative storytelling. I can click preview. And when I come into this assignment, I can see the sample that will be shown to my students when I assign this to them. All the teacher notes, this is not visible to any students, the grade, subject, project type, objectives, and then ISTE standards. So this is all laid out for you. You can look at a lesson plan for the step-by-step instructions, and you'll see the instructions that are given to your students. If this is the assignment you'd like to use, you just click Save to Class as a draft, and then you can use that drop-down, select the class you'd like to assign it to, press Save to Class, and then you'll see that it appears there. When you go in to edit that assignment, you'll see all of that same information here. And then you can also go in and edit. So if you want to add in a further description or change the name of the assignment, you can. You can make this a team assignment if you'd like, and create the amount of teams you'd like them to work on, and assign teams as well. And you can pull the students in your class into each team. You also can put a due date. And then you have the ability to add media and starting blocks. This is great for differentiation, scaffolding for maybe students who have never video edited before. I know most of our students are much more technologically advanced than we are, so that's usually not an issue, but maybe for younger learners, this is a great little tool. So when I click add starting blocks, when you go through the videos, images, audio, all of that, you can pull them into the track, and those are the only things that the students will be able to pull from for that video. You also can add in text. So for instance, if you wanted to do that all about me, you wanted to put, this is where your title will go. This is where you're from will go. This is where your favorite food will go. You can add in those text items for them, and then they would just go in and customize them. And then you just press update, and you can select this and press publish. So that's a really quick hit on the classroom tools that we have available for you. Before I open the floor up for questions, just wanted to let you know that we are going to host another training on January 15th. And it's going to be diving deeper into designing and implementing student media projects with WeVideo. So if this is something you're interested in, feel free to join us on January 15th. And I know this recording is going to go out to everyone in your district. So I'm hoping we have a couple more people join us then as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely make sure we let everybody know that that's coming too.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, but feel free. I'm going to open up the floor for questions. And if anything has come up, just let me know.